Tonight on the TV24 News, debating the debate, mimosas in the morning, United Way of Etowah County, pandas. These stories plus weather with Lacey Clontz and sports with Jermaine Moore.
It's now time for the TV24 News, presented to you by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
Good evening and thank you for tuning in to the TV24 News. I'm Courtney Lynham.
And I'm Shasta Jones. Here's the news for Thursday, November 9th, 2023. At last night's third Republican presidential debate, entrepreneur Weac Ramaswamy chimed in and held back what he feels on the Republican Party and each of the other candidates. Well, not really. Let's take a look.
Ramaswamy, let me turn to you. Please make your case. Why should you be the nominee and not the former president?
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. It was a cancer in the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna McDaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them you resign, I will yield my time to you. And frankly, look, the people there cheering for losing in the Republican Party. Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats, and we've got Kristen Welker here, do you think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate? They wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, I mean, Kristen, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you, the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years, was that real or was that Hillary Clinton made up disinformation? Answer the question. Go.
Mr. Ross.
This is how we get our country back. We need accountability because this media rigged the 2016 election. They rigged the 2020 election with the Hunter Biden laptop story.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
and they're going to rig this election.
Your time is up.
Accountability.
Let me turn to Governor Christie. Why?
For Ramaswamy, he himself has been called out for the scholarship he won in 2010 for law school that was partly funded by Paul Soros, a brother of George Soros. He also has been linked to the World Economic Forum, but states the WEF named me on a list of so-called young global leaders. They did it despite the fact that I turned down their award. They kept my name on that list despite the fact that I repeatedly asked them to take it off because I did not share their values. I am an opponent of it. This is politics, and everyone must dig deep and do their own homework to know who and what to believe.
Former Alabama Senator Doug Jones' wife Louise will be speaking in Calhoun County at the upcoming Progressive Women of Alabama event on Saturday, November 18th at 10 o'clock a.m. The event, titled Mimosas in the Morning, Brunch and Bubbly, will be held at the Crest Ballroom and Event Center located at 1106 Noble Street in Anniston. Louise speaks out on matters that are important to her and stays politically active with her husband, advising his Political Action Committee, the Right Side of History PAC, and nonprofit. Every Voice focusing on voter engagement in the South. She also serves on the State Democratic Executive Committee. For Mimosas in the Morning, Brunch and Bubbly, a $10 donation is requested. There will be door prizes, great food, music, and mimosas. Registration is preferred before November 10th, so an accurate count can be made for catering. If you see that you can make it at a later date, please notify them as soon as possible so they can add you to the count. To register, visit www.calhouncountydemocrats.com.
Alabama Senator Katie Britt posted this picture in regards to the special interest aliens illegally crossing our border and where they are coming from. 659 from Iran, 538 from Syria, 164 from Lebanon, and 139 from Yemen. Yesterday, she questioned Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas about the current situation at the United States border. Here's a quick clip of that exchange.
I'm going to start, Secretary Mayorkas,
When you testified on March 29th before the Homeland Security Subcommittee regarding President's FY24 budget proposal for your department, there were 6,610 encounters at the southern border. On Monday, that number was 8,500, which is 8.5 times more than the 1,000 daily encounters that your former boss, Secretary Jay Johnson, said would constitute a crisis. I know on that day, on March 29th, you did not say that we had a crisis. My question for you is today, do you believe that we have a crisis before us?
Senator, let me make this point that is very, very important, because I've been asked, would I describe it as a disaster? Would I describe it as a crisis? I do not diminish the significance and the complexity of the challenge. No, if I may.
Well,
I do
only
not
have
diminish.
5 minutes and I only have 3 left. So is it a crisis, yes or not?
I
guess
not,
I'm going to move on. Secretary Bashara, do you think that we have a child care crisis, affordable child care crisis in this country?
Senator, I don't think there's any doubt that we
okay,
have
that's what I thought. Okay, so, but this is an emergency, Secretary Mayorkas. It is an emergency, though.
it is urgent that we receive the funding for our personnel and our tools to enhance the security of our border.
I think we just need to use the words "it's true." It's an emergency. That's what this administration said. They put it in an emergency supplemental request. So let's treat it as such. So in doing that, this administration has kind of had different positions, and I want to clarify it. Do you believe that a border wall is part of the answer? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay, so I have a trouble reconciling that with the rule that you signed and issued on October 5th, where you said construction of physical barriers on the border of the United States would, in fact, prevent unlawful entries.
Senator, so if I may explain, the Congress mandated that we employ
But you didn't actually have to issue a rule. We could have done that. And one more thing, this administration and your department, the Department of Homeland Security, issued a contract for $500,000 in September of 2001 for the purchase and installation of a wall around this president's beach house. So y'all do know walls work. You do know they're part of the solution. You do know they're part of creating security. But for whatever reason, you feel like the American people are beneath that. And I think that it is incredibly frustrating.
In addition, ICE has 6,000 agents. Britt questioned Mayorkas as to how he plans to deal with the 1 million immigrants ordered for deportation when he only requested an additional 45 arrest and deportation officers. Britt said, "You're asking each of these agents to essentially remove about 167 people if they were going to remove all 1 million in a year. We've got to be serious about what we're requesting. Y'all requested this 2 years ago, and either you aren't serious about it or my colleagues didn't want to fund it because those 45 officers that you requested did not make it into the omnibus bill. I am hopeful that we not only have the 45 that were requested, but we have much more. They have an important job to do, and we need to make sure that they have the resources and the officers to do it."
China has loaned panda bears to the United States as a matter of panda diplomacy. Those leases are coming to a close and the pandas must be returned to China. While 4 panda bears will be the only ones to remain at the U.S. at Zoo Atlanta until their lease expires next year, the others are en route to return to their original home in China. Yesterday, per the Insider, 3 giant 200-pound pandas departed the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. FedEx picked up the pandas Wednesday morning in 3 white steel and plexiglass transport containers. The large crates were filled with about 300 pounds of bamboo, water, vegetables, biscuits, and some of their favorite toys. Then the pandas loaded into their crates and a forklift loaded them onto the FedEx trucks covered with panda pictures. These trucks took them to Dulles International Airport in Virginia, where they were loaded onto a Boeing 777, dubbed the Panda Express, to make their 1 p.m. flight out. After a 19-hour journey, they arrived in their new home to enjoy life in Wulong Panda Reserve outside of Chengdu. Well, we wish the pandas all the best.
They're super cute. And when I was in China, a long time ago now, but yeah, we actually got to see live pandas over there at the Great Wall, so that was kind of cool. And fortunately, we're still going to have some in Atlanta.
Yes.
A couple for another year. So if you haven't seen one, got to get out there and see that. So
Go see it.
All right, well, let's check in with Lacey for a sneak peek at weather.
Everyone's summer is finally coming to an end here in the South. We have all 4 seasons in 1 week, it seems like, and it's been fairly warm this week. But starting tonight, we're going to see maybe some showers, and that is going to cool things off. We'll have more with that in just a little while. Back to you, ladies.
I'm definitely feeling all of those 4 seasons. I think a lot of people who I've talked to lately have kind of been feeling that too, in like the sinus region of the face.
Thankfully, my problem with that was the summer, so I'm a lot better now.
Well, it's catching up with me now. Well, we're going to go to a quick break. You're watching the TV24 News presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team 1 Chevrolet. Team 1 Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team 1 Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
I'm Dudley Miller and my wife Val, and this is the staff at Cremation Services. Together, we have over 100 years experience in funeral service. To me, career longevity is an indication of a person's ability to extend grace and compassion and deal with the family in an honest, trustworthy, and decent manner. We ask that you consider us at Cremation Services of East Alabama in your time of loss.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Okay, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos ain't good.
There's a special place where overtime gives way to family time, where fast pace becomes a little slower lifestyle. At Campers Unlimited, we can help get you there, where your lake house, beach house, or tailgate headquarters can have the same address. We carry the top brands in America like Grand Design and Forest River. With a large selection, we're sure to have a floor plan that fits your needs. So when you're ready to disconnect in order to reconnect, take the easy drive to Campers Unlimited on Interstate 59 in Gadsden or shop us online at campersunlimited.net.
The United Way of Etowah County Victory Celebration Luncheon was this afternoon at the venue at Coosa Landing. Hundreds were in attendance, ready to celebrate this year's annual campaign and the money and the amount raised. The theme, What's Raised in Etowah County Stays in Etowah County.
We host a campaign every year with the purpose of partnering with over 33 agencies across Etowah County that provide basic human needs to our residents, our neighbors, our friends, and our families across the county. And last year we had served just under 60,000 of our population, and so we have a huge need in our area. And so a campaign allows us to raise those funds to be able to provide those needs that we have.
It's been an exciting experience. It's wonderful to work with United Way. We know that we have had a tough economy, but people still have the giving spirit. All of the companies, they have really taken the time to support us in this endeavor.
It wouldn't be possible without your generous donations and your support. I can't say enough about the staff and the tremendous job that they've done. Thank you also to Dr. Graves and all the cabinet leaders. We do these things not because of any recognition, but because we care about our communities. We care about the agencies that provide support to those in need, and this is vital. It's very important. I want to thank you all so much for that.
For more information regarding the United Way of Etowah County, please visit www.uwoec.org or call 457-2581.
Recently, I caught up with a newly crowned Miss Calhoun County volunteer, Caitlin Funk. Here she is to share a little about herself.
So being Miss Calhoun County volunteer is such an amazing thing. I'm super excited to go and represent Calhoun County in the Alabama Volunteer Pageant in July of next year. And my platform is Self-Harm Awareness Really Empowers. I have an acronym and it is called SHARE. And what that means is just really, I like being the voice for people who don't really know how to step up and take care of themselves, because there are other options for feeling something. And when people do self-harm, all they want to do is feel something. So I like to be the voice for people and let them know that there are other ways other than self-harm.
And then tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, are you a college student, in high school? Do you just work? What do you do?
Yes, so I am actually in cosmetology school. I have a dream of opening my own salon in Nashville. I do have a part-time job at CosmoProf. It stands for Cosmetology Professionals, and I really love and enjoy it. It is one of my favorite jobs I've ever had so far, and I cannot wait to graduate next year from cosmetology school and start my career.
So what's some of your favorite things with hair, like cutting it, the angles, or the coloring part, or what? There's so many different options.
Right. My favorite thing I would say is cutting and coloring. I also want to take a course to do extensions. So my main thing of cosmetology school that I do want to take with me when I do graduate is cutting, coloring, and doing extensions. In school, we also learn hair, skin, and nails. But that's the one thing that I do want to take with me.
Oh, wonderful. Anything else you want to say to your fans and viewers out there?
Thank y'all, and follow along to my journey for state.
And one other thing, actually, what is the best way for them to follow you, Facebook and Instagram?
Yes, they can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and it is going to be Miss Calhoun County Volunteer.
Caitlin, like all the young ladies who are in the Miss Volunteer Pageant organization, are doing wonderful things to help their local communities and wanting to make a difference in the world around them in a positive way. Great job, Caitlin, and all the young ladies involved in that.
Yes, that's great, the things that they do.
They're wonderful, and they've got a lot of things coming up. So whether this area, your area, or even in other areas throughout the state, you've got volunteer ladies in all areas of Alabama. So definitely let them know if you've got something they can come help you with. So coming up, we've got Lacey Clance with your area weather right here on TV24 News, presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden.
The Coosa Valley, on the banks of the Coosa River in Gadsden, Alabama. Fishing, boating, and paddling, and home to Team 1 Chevrolet. Team 1 Chevy has been serving generations for years. Even the grandkids are grown. Come by and see why so many people come back to Team 1 Chevy in Gadsden.
Home of the best people, the best service, period.
There's a special place where overtime gives way to family time, where fast pace becomes a little slower lifestyle. At Campers Unlimited, we can help get you there, where your lake house, beach house, or tailgate headquarters can have the same address. We carry the top brands in America like Grand Design and Forest River. With a large selection, we're sure to have a floor plan that fits your needs. So when you're ready to disconnect in order to reconnect, take the easy drive to Campers Unlimited on Interstate 59 in Gadsden, or shop us online at campersunlimited.net.
Come see the wonder that is the Festival of Lights, proudly sponsored by First Bank of Alabama. Chocolaco Park is filled with over 1 million lights and twinkling displays of all the Christmas favorites. You can park and enter Santa's Village, where there is an outdoor skating rink, inflatables for the kids, food trucks, and have your photo made with Santa. Get your tickets now at oxfordlights.com.
Located in Alexandria, Alabama, Ron's Barbecue is now back open 10 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday. A local family-owned and operated business, Ron's is providing slow-smoked ribs, barbecue chicken, and more. Known for the huge buffalo chicken tenders and the delicious smash burger, Ron's is perfect for the family night out or a lunchtime meeting. Come on out and try Calhoun County's newest local barbecue restaurant. For today's Forecast Extra, here is something people in Bulgaria don't see too often, a tornado. The storm took the roofs off 150 homes in the village of Livino. A state of emergency was declared. The tornado was rated an IF2 with winds up to 135 miles per hour. Neighboring villages also saw heavy damage to homes, trees down, and power outages. Unfortunately, 2 people were killed, and our thoughts and prayers are with their loved ones. And here in Oxford, we can expect cooler temperatures with a chance of rain on most days for the next week. Now tonight it's getting down to 60 degrees and we'll have mostly cloudy skies. And then tomorrow it's only getting up to 70 degrees and we're going to have heavy showers. Now, we are going to probably see some showers tonight. There's a 40% chance that we will see them overnight. Not too sure, but we will most likely definitely see them throughout the entire day tomorrow. And then after that, for the next week, we're going to have a 20% chance every day, and the temperatures are going to be in the mid-60s. And we will see if the chance of rain is going to get higher, and if so, that means the temperatures will get lower, and that will be fantastic. I'm Lacey Klontz with your TV24 weather. Let's check in with Jermaine for sports.
The best time of the year is here. High school playoff games start tomorrow night, Friday, November 10th, 7 p.m. Here are some of the local teams who play tomorrow. Starting with Division 1. The Spring Garden Panthers take on the Coosa Christian Conquerors. Raglan Purple Devils take on the Valley Head Tigers. Winterboro Bulldogs take on Decatur Heritage Christian Academy Eagles. In Division 2. 2A Fife Red Devils take on the West End Patriots. BB Comer Tigers take on Washington County Bulldogs. Pleasant Valley Raiders take on the Pisgah Eagles. In Division 3, the Walter Wellborn Panthers take on Flamont Hurricanes. Randolph County Tigers take on W.S. Neal Eagles. Piedmont Bulldogs take on J.B. Pennington Tigers. Hooks Bluff Eagles take on the Madison Academy Mustangs. In Division 4, Cleburne County Tigers take on Jackson Aggies. Handley Tigers take on St. Michael Catholic Cardinals. Jacksonville Golden Eagles take on Bayside Academy Admirals. Anderson Bulldogs take on T.R. Miller Tigers. Etowah Blue Devils take on West Morgan Rebels. Cherokee County Warriors take on Central Florence Wildcats. In Division 5A, Clay County Volunteers take on the UMS Wright Prep Bulldogs. Southside Panthers take on the Boaz Pirates. And in Division 6A, Oxford Yellow Jackets take on the Athens Golden Eagles, and Gadsden City Titans take on Gardendale Rockets. This Sunday, November 12th, tune in right here at TV24 as we host Calhoun County Basketball Media Day. We're interviewing different coaches and players to get a little insight ahead of the 2023-24 season for each Calhoun County team. The event starts at 1 p.m. and we will open with Alexandria Cubs and go alphabetically. Jack State men's basketball defeated Briska 91-41 at home on Tuesday. The team's next game will be November 14th at West Virginia as the team takes on the Mountaineers. The women's team lost a tough bout to Auburn Lady Tigers this past Monday, 78-49. The team plays tonight at Utah Tech at 8 p.m. The new college football playoff rankings came out Tuesday night, and the top 5 are as follows: Ohio State Buckeyes, Georgia Bulldogs, Michigan Wolverines, Florida State Seminoles, and Washington Huskies. Alabama came ranked in at number 8. College game day is headed to Athens, Georgia, as the Bulldogs take on the Ole Miss Rebels. Head coach Lane Kiffin just kicked his defensive tackle DeSanto Rollins off the team after Rollins took 2 weeks away from the team for mental health issues. Here's a video credited to Unnecessary Roughness on Twitter.
If you would have come here when you kept getting messages, the head coach wants to talk to you, and you saying, I'm not ready to talk to him.
I wasn't.
Well, what world do you live in?
I don't see why you gotta be disrespectful, honestly.
Get out of here. Go. You're off the team. You're done. See ya.
Because
See ya. Go. And guess what? We can kick you off the team. So go read your rights about mental health. We can kick you off the team for not showing up. When the head coach has to meet with you and you don't show up for weeks, okay, we can remove you from the team. It's called being a It's called hiding behind and not showing up to work.
Rollins is seeking $40 million in damages from Kiffin and the university. Tune in tomorrow for Chandler Tyree and the Coaches Show for a wrap-up of all the playoff games this week at 10 p.m. That's it for sports today. We're going to go to a quick break.
So next up is basketball season, and you guys are all ready for that, right?
Yes. I actually love basketball.
Actually, I am, because my husband's not as into basketball as he is football and baseball. Sorry, I might get like some time with my husband now that is basketball.
There you go.
Well, hey, everyone, really quick, we want to remind you, Juanica Hendricks is having a Santa's Toy Drive coming up Saturday, December 16th at 12 noon. She is collecting toys now, though. So if you would like to donate a new toy for a child 13 and younger, stop by Country Financial at 1709 Hillier Robinson Parkway, Suite D, and go ahead and drop it off. Also, everyone in the surrounding areas who is dealing with issues in their homes and families and communities, come out and get the knowledge and wisdom concerning it for the whole month of November at the New Covenant Piedmont Church, and they're going to be dealing with the whole man. The time is on the screen up above, as well as the address, 402 Hughes Street in Piedmont. Stop substance abuse. So definitely, if you're dealing with that or someone in your family, come on out and join them. They've got a special guest speaker, Reggie Flowers, and it should be a great time on Sunday at 11. So. And then you, I think, we're going to remind everyone about someone's birthday?
Yes, tomorrow it is the Marine birthday. So happy birthday to all the Marines out there, including our producer, Eric Freeman. We appreciate your service and happy birthday. 248 years old.
Wow.
So it's at 1775. 1775. So happy, happy birthday, Marine.
Fast math.
Yeah, so if you see a Marine out there, make sure to tell him happy birthday tomorrow.
Yes.
Or, you know, buy them lunch or something, because it is Veterans Day coming up. Don't forget, guys, there's lots of parades, and a lot of the restaurants are giving free meals to veterans, I believe tomorrow and possibly for the whole weekend. So
a lot of stores are giving coupons, which yeah, it's great.
So definitely check that out, and if you haven't looked already, I know I've seen quite a few on Facebook. There were so many we couldn't actually name them all. So
right.
But,
and for anyone who has served, thank you all for your service,
including my husband Warren. He's a Marine too, so happy it's his birthday tomorrow as well.
Happy birthday, Warren.
His Marine birthday.
Yes.
So, well, that's awesome.
Well, I wish y'all a great weekend.
Same to you.
We want to thank everyone for watching the TV24 News presented by Team 1 Chevrolet of Gadsden. Signing off from Oxford, Alabama. Have a great night and a great Veterans Day weekend.